What if one invention changes human life forever?
Not in some distant sci-fi future, but literally right now.
We're talking about a technology that is growing faster than the internet itself. A machine that can write, think, create, and even replace jobs. This isn't science fiction anymore, guys. This is artificial intelligence.
Think about it. Just a few years ago, AI looked entirely impossible. But today, students use it, businesses completely depend on it, creators fear it, and the entire world is racing to control it. So, let's jump right into this explainer and figure out exactly how we got here.
Section 1. The dream to reality. Artificial intelligence actually started as a dream. Scientists just wanted machines that could think like humans. At first, AI was weak. It was slow, limited, honestly, kind of unimpressive. But then, the technology evolved way faster than anyone imagined.
Looking back, the whole field of AI research was officially founded in 1956 at a Dartmouth College workshop. And man, for decades, it really struggled. The researchers severely underestimated just how hard the problem was. This actually led to these periods in the 1970s that people call AI winters, where funding just completely dried up because, well, the tech just wasn't delivering. But then everything shifted. Funding and interest skyrocketed after 2012 when deep learning techniques started blowing older models out of the water. And then the 2020s hit, bringing the massive generative AI boom that changed absolutely everything.
Section 2. The generative explosion. Literally overnight, suddenly, AI could generate images. It could edit videos, write scripts, even create highly realistic voices. People all around the world were completely shocked. Why? Because for the very first time, machines were doing actual creative work.
This Heinz ketchup campaign perfectly captures this wild shift. It was actually one of the world's very first AI-generated ad campaigns. Heinz used the image generator DALL-E 2 to whip up variations of ketchup bottles, using nothing but text prompts. And what's really mind-blowing here is that the AI mostly spit out Heinz's uniquely shaped bottle as the universal symbol for ketchup. I mean, this wasn't just some fun little weekend experiment. This was a major, global brand trusting a machine's learned patterns to pull off a highly creative commercial task in a matter of seconds.
Section 3. Changing the internet. Social media changed basically instantly. AI influencers started popping up out of nowhere. AI-generated videos went totally viral. Even top content creators started using AI tools for their editing, their thumbnails, and their storytelling. The internet just entered a completely new era. Get a load of this statistic. 46%. According to recent market data, 46% of Gen Z consumers are actually showing an increased interest in brands that use AI influencers. So we're not just talking about people politely tolerating AI anymore, we're talking about an entire generation actively leaning into and preferring this digital evolution. So let's look at how this is actually playing out in the real world. Virtual influencers are absolutely dominating across Asia right now. You got Hailey Kay in Singapore, who is positioned as this virtual sustainability advocate, and she's pulling in 2.8 times higher engagement than traditional human influencers. No way, right? In Japan, there's Emma, who has already partnered with heavyweight brands like IKEA and Porsche. And over in China, Ray is driving crazy fast follower growth in the beauty and fashion space. Think about that. These are non-human entities commanding real human attention, operating across multiple platforms 24/7 without ever needing a single coffee break or a travel budget.
Section 4. The great debate. The fear. Because, with all that massive power came a lot of fear. People naturally started asking some pretty dangerous questions. Will AI replace our jobs? Can humans lose control? Will human creativity just disappear? For a lot of people, AI suddenly became both incredibly exciting and, honestly, completely terrifying.
And those fears, they're actually grounded in some very real data. Consider this research from Goldman Sachs. It shows that a full 1/4 of current work tasks could be automated by AI in the US and Europe. A quarter of all tasks? Other studies are even suggesting AI could impact up to 40% of jobs globally. Roles in visual effects, legal administration, post-production, they're incredibly vulnerable right now. As generative AI gets better at writing sales emails, designing complex architectural blueprints, or even composing music, our creative and administrative workforces are facing unprecedented displacement.
And hey, it's not just about jobs either. AI pioneer and Nobel Prize-winning computer scientist Geoffrey Hinton has publicly voiced some profound concerns. He's warned about the potential for authoritarian leaders to manipulate their voters on a massive scale using deepfakes and computational propaganda. It's a scary thought. Experts are also deeply worried about something called agentic misalignment. Basically, that's the idea that as these systems become more and more autonomous, their goals might uncouple from what is actually safe or beneficial for us humans.
Section 5. The human opportunity. But look, while there are absolutely very real risks, AI has also already helped millions of people. Students learned faster. Small businesses grew their online presence. Creators produced amazing content with way fewer resources. Because for some people, AI simply became pure opportunity. Let's think about the business landscape for a second. Small business AI adoption jumped to 8.8% in just 6 months by late 2025. That is a massive, sudden shift. During previous technological leaps, like, say, broadband internet, small businesses lagged decades behind the massive corporations. But today, small businesses are closing that gap incredibly fast. Get this, 96% of small business owners now say they plan to adopt emerging tech like AI to save time, automate those boring routine tasks, and actually compete with much larger enterprises.
And in the world of education, the contrast is just stark. Without AI, education is often highly standardized, which leaves teachers with super limited time for individual students in these giant, crowded classrooms. But with AI, we're looking at a totally different picture. AI can offer personalized learning paths, immediate, real-time feedback, and the ability to tailor explanations to a student's exact learning style. It even levels the playing field for non-English speaking students with real-time translation and language editing. It basically allows students to focus on deep, critical thinking tasks rather than just mindless rote memorization.
Section 6. The next decade. Experts genuinely believe the next 10 years could completely transform humanity. Schools, movies, gaming, medicine, business, literally everything may change.
We are looking at a near future where AI enhances 3D medical imaging to spot diseases way earlier than any human eye ever could. We're talking about hybrid human-AI collaboration models in business and the arts, where a designer's workflow is sped up by 40% and video production efficiency is literally doubled. We're even entering an era of metaverse virtual worlds that are going to serve as these incredibly powerful training grounds for both humans and machines alike.
Yet, amidst all this profound transformation, it is absolutely crucial to remember what AI actually is at its core. As researchers from Syracuse University so beautifully put it, AI learns from data that already exists. Sure, it can mimic a famous artist or generate a stunning, photorealistic landscape, but it does not create from feelings, dreams, or imagination. Human creativity reflects our unique cultures, our personal stories, our emotional depths. AI is an astonishing tool, no doubt about it, but it simply lacks the heart and soul of human creativity.
Every generation witnesses one invention that changes history forever. For some, it was electricity. For others, the internet. And for our generation, it may just be artificial intelligence. We are standing at a major crossroads here, where this technology could usher in an era of unprecedented productivity and personalized learning, or it could challenge the very essence of human art. If you enjoyed this explainer, please go ahead and subscribe for more. And comment down below. Will AI help humanity or destroy creativity?